Well, right after that guilty verdict came down for Derek Chauvin, Metro Police sent out a press release saying that they would be addressing it and reacting to that decision during that press conference right inside of this building. They said that there's no room for Derek Chauvins on their police force. Now, the entire nation, including people here in the Valley, were on edge, waiting and watching for that verdict to come down. I can tell you that when the jury found Chauvin guilty on all 3 counts, many African Americans called this the first victory they've seen when it comes to officers in this country being held accountable for the death of unarmed African Americans. During that press briefing, not only did Metro condemn Chauvin's action, they also talked about policies that they've put in place, like the duty to report, diversity training as well, and other things that they've done. They also noted the protests and demonstrations that we've seen across the country today, people celebrating in the street, and Metro Police sent this message to Valley residents who plan on marching or protesting tonight.
We've been making changes. Prior to Mr. Floyd's death, Metro made several changes in our use of force policy and training policies. To name a few, mandating a recovery position, making that mandatory so that when we have a suspect in custody, we ensure that they are breathing and their breathing is not restricted when they're in custody. Mandating a duty to intervene and a duty to report when an officer sees another officer or a supervisor sees an officer doing something improper. Providing more direction in what de-escalation really means and training our folks on how to de-escalate.
Well, Marie, that rally ended just about 30 minutes ago here outside the Venetian fountains on the Strip. Now, it was a small group, but they definitely got the attention of tourists here in the area, and that's what they wanted. They were saying they were happy with the verdict here today in the Derek Chauvin case in the killing of George Floyd, but they said a lot of their attention now is for those other individuals that they say have not received justice in their killings from police, including right here locally. Now, let's start off with how this event started. Let's go to that video. Before the march started here today, we did see law enforcement, Metro police officers come over to the group hosting this more than a hashtag Las Vegas. They were making sure that those ralliers were aware of the rules of being here on the Strip and protesting. But then at that point, more than a hashtag Las Vegas was asking those officers about Jorge Gomez, who we know was killed by Metro Police last June 2020, and they're saying they still want justice for him. And that became a lot of the message as they marched down south, going south down the Strip. They did, as I mentioned, get the attention of a lot of tourists, some well received, some not, but they said even if they were a smaller group than the about 20 that were there, they would still be out here marching to get their message across that yes, they'd like the verdict here today, but they say more needs to be done. And again, a lot of that message included the death of Jorge Gomez. Now, here's what they had to say about that.
We just want to let them know that we are watching them and that we are calling for the accountability and justice for these cases that are here at home, and also send in solidarity with other states around the country.
Today we saw the sports world react to the conviction of Derek Chauvin, who was found guilty on all charges in George Floyd's murder. In response to the news, the Raiders tweeted this today, and they received a lot of backlash for it. Raiders owner Mark Davis said they were his words, and he told ESPN's Paul Gutierrez that he meant no disrespect to George Floyd's family. Rather, Davis said that he took the lead from George Floyd's brother, who said today we are able to breathe again. Now, he also told Tashawn Reed of The Athletic that he wasn't aware that NYPD supporters wore, quote, "I can breathe" shirts following the 2014 killing of Eric Garner. And based on that, he said that he can see where some of the negativity towards what he said came from. But he said also that he's not embarrassed by the tweet, and he said that he won't have the team delete it from their account.
Hi everybody, I'm Reed Cowan from News 3 Las Vegas. We want to thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. Remember, you can always see more of our videos by clicking on the video links. And also don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of our YouTube updates. Thanks for watching.